Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is probably going to be a longer form video, so we'll see how it all goes. I've been having a little bit of fun being, conserving things. And it's with a fairly big tongue-in-cheek I say conserving things, because most of this conserving, in inverted commas, seems to be hacking things apart. But I'm up to the stage where I'm actually going to have to try conserving things. This is one of the ones which I am really interested in not damaging in any way, shape or form. I think it's a fern fossil, and what I've done is I've gotten a small cloth and I've gotten the hint of a suggestion of water, and I've just dabbed it down like that just to get some stuff off it. Water can be dangerous, I don't know, but I've got to be careful with whatever I put onto these fossils at the moment. So instead of working on this, you might have seen a previous vid where I got a sample fossil, and it's a real fossil, and it's actually a piece of this fossil that came off and is of not that particularly good use. I mean, it's not too bad. I cleaned it all up and did my best with it. So you can see the fossil in there. It's quite nice in its own right. And if it all works out, well, yeah, I'm going to, put it online or something, sell it. We'll see what happens. Not a bad piece of fossil really, but I mean, essentially it's waste. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to see what I can do to conserve it. Now, the first option that I'm going to try is essentially wood glue and water. Remember what I said about water before? That's why I'm nervous about this. Also, I've got some paintbrushes here which I'll probably be using just to dab it on. I thought I'd already opened that packet. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. Anywho, this stuff is just ordinary PVC wood glue. PVC. Makes Harbour easy. PVA wood glue. I'm not particularly trying to sell anything to anybody. I'm also on this topic. Here is a similar but different rock, and I'll be testing some areas of this. Here is another similar but different rock. This is actually a piece of stem of Glossoptera. I might be able to spare a few Glossopteras. This is a piece of a sandstone with, you guessed it, Glossoptera on it. I've got this rock here. This is similar to the sandstone that had the Glossoptera on it, but it was in a slightly different area, so I'm going to just take a piece of that. I'll be using that for sampling as well. What else have I got? I've got this, got leaf imprint. Well, I've got Glossoptera stem on one side and leaf imprint on the other side. So we'll just we'll give that a go at some point. By the way, in case you're interested, I'll probably be doing a live stream later on. Everything else is up and running, so I'm just taking all of my dust off this. My dust. It's my dust. You can't have my dust. Taking all of the dust off this. You probably can't see because I'm doing it off camera. I initially started doing it off camera and I thought, you know what? That's quite boring to make a video out of. But I also don't want to get dust into the wood glue. So it's just very quickly cleaning it off. Alright, so it's looking a lot better now. There you go, it looks like that. I'm trying to decide on which side to use. Still heaps of dust on it. Don't know. I might have to use the hint of a cloth on it again. The other option is Old Faithful super glue, which I've got over here somewhere. Here it is. Ta-da! And I've got another one here, vegetable oil, or in this case olive oil, because we never know when your rocks have high blood pressure and cholesterol. So here's another rock specimen, halfway between mudstone and sandstone basically. It's got a beautiful imprint in there. Of course it's Glossoptera, because I can't get away from Glossoptera. There's this fossil here, but you don't need to worry about that one. And here's another one which I was hoping was bones, probably Glossoptera stem, but it's once again slightly different. bit porphyritic. No idea what happened to it. So it's probably just weathered. So those are all of our list of suspects, and you've seen one of the glues that I'm going to be attempting to use. Here's the vegetable oil in its own handy dandy can. Glass even. Final thing is the super glue. So I'll be trying these 3 treatments on our rocks. And hopefully for each of these rocks, one of these treatments is going to work. If none of the treatments works, then we know that pretty much leaving it alone is the best option. So that's why we're doing it this way. So I've just put the super glue into primed and ready, I don't know. The bat super glue mobile is ready to go. Okay, so the first cab off the rank, so to speak, is this one. Now I'm wondering what the most effective treatment will be. I think I'm going to try the super glue and water. Whoa! About getting that wet. There we go. Moving this to the side very quickly because I made a spill. Honestly, I haven't spilled a thing the entire time. The moment I turn the camera on. Okay, so I've got that. I'm wondering whether to do a side of it or to... Let's just do the whole thing and I'll do the reverse side or another fragment, which is everywhere because I've been cutting those bits off like nobody's business. Yeah, let's just paint it all on, see what happens. So it's just PVA and water. I'm very worried about using water on this fossil at all, but we'll see how it works. I'll be testing another polymer on these fossils too. At the moment, PVA doesn't seem to be doing too badly. It's not destroying itself. I don't need to have a really thorough coat, I just need to have enough to know what's going on with it. I'm hoping the water will seep in a little bit without destroying the fossil, and the PVA will do, well, PVA stuff, as in dry, making a nice fossil. Hopefully it will. And hopefully by the end of this video it'll be dry enough for us to evaluate the results. Or we might have to use another video. Who knows? Haven't done a great job with that, but we don't need to. Okay, we'll do this one next very quickly. We'll put some PVA onto it. I'll do half this one. PVA. Because I only have one sample of this, so I don't know how it's going to work. There we go. Got the sandstone here. Let's go this side, PVA. Right. This guy here, that's pretty close to sandstone, so I'm wondering whether, I'll just do the top bit here. This beautiful Glossopteris leaf, that's up at the top here, is now getting the PVA treatment. It's dynamite, PVA, it's dynamite, PVA, should learn more of Australian culture, PVA, PVA. Okay. I'll do this one here first because I reckon the glues are going to work better with this. The super glue, that is. It's on a Beverly Hills, that is. Okay, well look at this. Almost immediately, this PVA seems to be coming up very well. I am quite happy with that result with the PVA. Look at that. Ho ho ho. Devilish laugh. Yeah, that's looking decent. That's looking decent. That's looking reasonable. Okay, let's keep going with our experimentation. We need to experimentation some more. I'm going to bring this guy in because I'm starting to get a bit confident with this. This guy here. We'll do this side because I've used super glue on these guys before and they have not worked. So I'll just do this section here. Should have prepared this a bit better, but this is just for scientific purposes. That's right, my dolphins are all scientific. Did you get it? Scientific porpoises. Haha, haha, haha. Oh, gosh. Luckily, I'm not trying to do anything that's entertaining, hey? Pop this on here, like so. Okay, so now we have all of our fossil samples done. So we'll give that a little bit of time and we'll find out how they're gone. But what we can do in the meantime is just experiment with the other samples. So we'll go in reverse order, we'll flip this over. Got a little piece here, and we'll just throw some of this super glue here. Don't want to use too much because it will stick. It'll fall everywhere and it'll stick to stuff. Don't want that. Okay, this one here, we will use super glue on just this section here. Oh, I don't want to because I kind of already know what the results are. I'll use it on a piece that I care less about over here for science. Just because you suspect you know what the result is doesn't mean you don't do the experiment, because getting a different result means that science has happened. So there we go, there's a piece of super glue on there. Right. In case you're interested, science is essentially the art of figuring out what went wrong. So here we go, just a little bit of super glue on here. There we go. Done. Pop that over there. Right. Time to do the super glue on this guy. Just a little bit. I've only got like 3 mils to play with, so we'll see what. Well, I've got more than that, but I have to open up another packet. Yada yada yada. This one here, we'll just do super glue right here. I suspect this one will go okay, assuming I've got enough super glue to do it. Oh, look at that. Okay, we've got our first result. So these guys are going to get super glued. Absolutely no shadow of a doubt. How do you respond to cyanoacrylate? Okay, the sandstone also is going to get the super glue treatment. You can see that instantly. Very good. What's this one? Oh, this is another sandstone piece, so I'm presuming that the cyanoacrylate will do very well with that. In other videos, I have, you'll notice that I'm actually using more of the super glue on this one now that I'm confident. In other videos, I have used super glue before, you probably know that. And the only problem is that I haven't formally tested it. So, being a scientist and all, I've got to formally test stuff. So, that is the problem that I'm trying to deal with. But it seems to me that we've gotten ourselves a bit of a result, because have a look at this. That is exactly what I wanted for my fossil. We've got our super glue. It's not doing too bad, but I think that's a bit too glossy a finish. I might finish off doing the reverse side of that with super glue, but that's looking pretty good. I'll test the oil at another time because I've got the answer that I need. Dr. Phil out.